Rich Dad, Poor Dad, a simple English summary. Hello everyone, and welcome to this special summary of a very important book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. This book has helped millions of people around the world understand money better. If you want to learn about money, how to make it work for you, and improve your English at the same time, you're in the right place. We will explain everything in simple, easy-to-understand English. Chapter 1. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Two different paths. Robert Kiyosaki grew up with two fathers. One was his biological father, whom he calls his poor dad. The other was his best friend's father, whom he calls his rich dad. These two men had very different ideas about money, work, and life. Poor Dad was highly educated. He had a good job, worked hard, and believed in getting a secure job with good benefits. He always said things like, "Go to school, get good grades, and find a safe job." He believed in working for money. Rich Dad did not finish high school, but he was very smart about money. He owned businesses and invested. He believed in making money work for him. He taught Robert that financial education is very important, even more important than traditional school education. The big idea, the main difference was that Poor Dad worked for money, while Rich Dad made money work for him. This is a key lesson we will explore throughout this summary. Chapter 2. The Rich Don't Work for Money, Understanding the Rat Race. This chapter introduces a very important concept, the rat race. Imagine a hamster running on a wheel, working hard but not really going anywhere. Many people live their lives like this when it comes to money. They get a job, earn money, and then spend it all on bills, taxes, and things they want. Then they need to work harder to earn more money just to spend more. This cycle of working, earning, and spending without building lasting wealth is what Kiyosaki calls the rat race. Key lesson. The rich understand that working for money is not the way to become truly wealthy. Instead, they focus on building assets that generate income for them. This means their money works for them, even when they are not actively working. Fear and greed. Kiyosaki explains that two main emotions keep people in the rat race: fear and greed. Fear of not having enough money makes people cling to their jobs, even if they don't like them. Greed makes them want more things, leading them to spend all their earnings and never save or invest. Chapter 3. Why teach financial literacy? Assets versus liabilities. This is perhaps the most important lesson in the entire book. Kiyosaki teaches us the difference between an asset and a liability. This is fundamental to understanding how the rich get richer. What is an asset? An asset is something that puts money into your pocket. Think of it as a money-making machine. Examples include rental properties. If you own a house and rent it out, the rent money comes into your pocket. Stocks. If you buy shares in a company, and the company does well, you might get dividends or the value of your shares might increase. Businesses. If you own a business that runs without you needing to be there all the time, it puts money into your pocket. Bonds. These are like loans you give to governments or companies, and they pay you interest. What is a liability? A liability is something that takes money out of your pocket, costs you money. Examples include your own home, for most people. While it might feel like an asset, Kiyosaki argues that if you have a mortgage, property taxes, and maintenance costs, it's taking money out of your pocket every month. It's a liability. Car loans. Your car loses value and you have to pay for the loan, insurance, and maintenance. Credit card debt. You pay high interest on the money you owe. Expensive gadgets or clothes. These cost money and usually don't bring any money back. The rich versus the poor and middle class. The rich buy assets. Their income from assets covers their expenses, and they use extra money to buy more assets. This creates a cycle of growing wealth. The poor mostly have expenses. Their income goes directly to paying bills. The middle class often buy liabilities they think are assets. For example, a big house or a new car. These things take money out of their pocket, preventing them from building true wealth. The big idea. To become rich, you must focus on buying assets that generate income, not liabilities that create expenses. Chapter 4. Mind your own business. Building your asset column. Kiyosaki says that many people work hard for someone else's business, but they don't focus on their own. He encourages everyone to mind their own business, meaning to build their own asset column. Your job versus your business. Your job is your profession, but your business is your asset column. You can keep your job to pay your bills, but at the same time, you should start building assets on the side. These assets will eventually provide enough income so you don't have to work your job anymore. Examples of assets to build: businesses that don't require your physical presence. This means businesses that can run with managers or systems in place. Stocks, bonds, and mutual funds. Investments in other companies. Income-generating real estate. Properties you rent out for profit. Notes or IOUs. Money owed to you that pays interest. Royalties from intellectual property, like books, music, or patents. The big idea: don't just work for income. Use a portion of your income to acquire assets that will generate more income for you. Chapter 5: The History of Taxes and the Power of Corporations. This chapter talks about how taxes work and how the rich use legal structures like corporations to their advantage. It's not about avoiding taxes illegally, but about understanding the rules. How taxes work. Historically, taxes were meant to be paid by the rich to help the poor. However, Kiyosaki explains that over time, the middle class ended up paying a large share of taxes because they don't understand financial laws as well as the rich. The rich versus employees and self-employed. Employees earn money, then taxes are taken out, and then they spend what's left. Business owners or investors: the rich earn money, then they spend money on business expenses, and then they pay taxes on what's left. This allows them to use pre-tax money for many things. The power of corporations. Corporations are legal entities that can own assets and conduct business. They offer certain tax advantages and protection. Kiyosaki argues that understanding how to use corporate structures legally can significantly reduce your tax burden and protect your assets. Financial IQ. Kiyosaki introduces the idea of financial IQ, which includes 4 main areas: accounting, understanding numbers and financial statements; investing, the science of money making money; understanding markets, knowing supply and demand, and economic trends; and law, understanding tax advantages and corporate protection. The big idea. Financial education, especially about taxes and legal structures, can help you keep more of the money you earn. Chapter 6. The Rich Invent Money, Overcoming Fear and Taking Risks. This chapter challenges the idea that you need money to make money. Kiyosaki says that the rich don't just find money. They invent it. This means they see opportunities where others don't and create solutions. Financial intelligence. It's not about being the smartest person in school, but about being financially intelligent. This means having more options and being creative in solving financial problems. Taking risks. Many people are afraid of losing money, which stops them from investing or starting businesses. Kiyosaki encourages calculated risks and learning from mistakes. He says that great opportunities are often not obvious. You need to train your mind to see them. The big idea. Don't wait for opportunities. Create them. Be bold, learn, and be willing to take calculated risks. Chapter 7. Work to learn. Don't work for money. Developing skills. Instead of working just for a paycheck, Kiyosaki advises working to learn valuable skills. He believes that specialized skills are more important than a high salary in the long run. Skills to develop. He highlights 3 key management skills. Management of cash flow, understanding how money moves in and out of a business or your personal finances. Management of systems, knowing how to create and manage processes that make things work efficiently. And management of people, the ability to lead, motivate, and work with others. Communication and sales. Kiyosaki also emphasizes the importance of communication and sales skills. Being able to sell ideas, products, or services and communicate effectively is crucial for success in any field, especially in business and investing. The big idea. Choose jobs or experiences that will teach you valuable skills, even if the pay isn't the highest. These skills will serve you better in your journey to financial freedom. Overcoming obstacles. What stops people from becoming rich? Kiyosaki identifies 5 main obstacles that prevent people from building wealth. 1. Fear. The fear of losing money. This is a big one. Many people are so afraid of making mistakes that they never take any action. Rich Dad taught Robert that winners are not afraid to lose, but they learn from their losses. 2. Cynicism. Doubting everything and everyone. Cynical people often find reasons why something won't work, instead of looking for ways it can work. They often listen to negative news or opinions and let it stop them. 3. Laziness. Not physical laziness, but mental laziness. This is about staying busy with unimportant tasks to avoid doing the truly important things, like financial planning or learning. Kiyosaki suggests that a little greed, wanting more, can be a cure for laziness. 4. Bad habits. One common bad habit is paying yourself last. Many people pay all their bills and then try to save what's left, which is often nothing. Rich Dad taught to pay yourself first. Put money into your savings and investments before paying bills. This creates financial pressure to find ways to cover your bills, making you more resourceful. 5. Arrogance. Thinking you know everything. If you think you know it all, you stop learning. Kiyosaki says that arrogance is expensive. Always be open to new ideas and learning from others. The big idea. Recognize these obstacles in yourself and work to overcome them. They are mental barriers, not real-world limitations. 10 steps to awaken your financial genius. To help you on your journey, Kiyosaki offers 10 steps to develop your financial genius. 1. Find a reason greater than reality. Have a strong why. What do you want to achieve? This strong desire will push you forward even when things are difficult. 2. Make daily choices. Every day you make choices with your money. Choose to be financially smart. Choose to learn. Choose to invest. 3. Choose friends carefully. Surround yourself with people who are financially intelligent and positive. Learn from them. Avoid those who are negative or have poor money habits. 4. Master a formula and then learn a new one. Learn one way to make money, master it, and then learn another. Keep expanding your knowledge and skills. 5. Pay yourself first. As mentioned before, put money into your assets and savings before paying your bills. This builds your financial muscle. 6. Pay your brokers well. This means getting good advice from professionals like financial advisors, accountants, or lawyers and being willing to pay for it. Good advice can save you a lot of money and make you more. 7. Be an Indian giver or get something for nothing. This doesn't mean stealing. It means understanding return on investment. For example, if you invest $100 and it brings you back $120, you got $20 for nothing because your initial investment came back with profit. 8. Use assets to buy luxuries. Don't buy luxuries with your earned income. Instead, build assets that generate enough income to pay for your luxuries. This is the rich way. 9. Choose heroes. Find people you admire in the financial world. Study what they did. Learn from their successes and failures. Let them inspire you. 10. Teach and you shall receive. The more you teach others about money, the more you will learn and reinforce your own understanding. Sharing knowledge helps everyone, including yourself. Conclusion. Rich Dad, Poor Dad is not just a book about money. It's a book about changing your mindset. It teaches us that financial education is a lifelong journey. By understanding assets and liabilities, minding your own business, learning about taxes, taking calculated risks, and developing valuable skills, you can escape the rat race and achieve financial freedom. Remember, the goal is not just to make a lot of money, but to make money work for you. Start small, keep learning, and be patient. Your financial future is in your hands. Thank you for listening.